Hello, welcome to this video. In this video, I will show you an interview with an expat Julian Steele living abroad. The topic we should talk about are how he experienced living and working in another country.
Hello, Julian. I'm
Okay.
Luis. I'm from Rotterdam University. For my assignment for my course English, we need to interview an expat. How is life and how is working abroad? First of all, may I ask you to introduce you shortly to me?
Sure. So, my name is Julian. I'm originally from Belgium, Bruges. So a little bit the backstory of me is I went to San Francisco for my master's degree. After that, I started a company with people out of my business school, which is called Simba Education, and I'm sure we can talk about that a little bit further. Um, After San Francisco, I moved back to Europe and relocated to London. And I've been living here for the past year and a half. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, that's great. And could you tell me more about how is your lifestyle in London and how is the cost of living? With what person you came first in contact when you changed country, or what made your decision to come to London?
Sure. So I went to an international business school, which means that there were a lot of people from a lot of different countries. So I had a lot of friends, or I still have a lot of friends, who live and work around the globe. So it was very easy for me to come to London and find people that I've met before or who are friends and sort of make the decision to come here. Um, I was very lucky. I found some friends that I'm sharing an apartment with right now, and obviously it's really necessary to share apartments here because the rent is extremely high compared to uh, rent in Belgium. The cost of living, going out, eating, going for dinner, is also I would say 50% more expensive. So, but obviously the wages are different in comparison. But
Yes.
I mean, having your own business also like pushes you to be more creative and pushes you to deal with sort of that frugality, which means that you sort of need to look at the resources that you have and then try to do the best you can with it. And that's sort of how I've been running my life the past year and a half.
How do you experience the work-life balance in London? Because London is very known for the kind of rat race environment for working. Everyone is in a hurry.
Sure. Yeah, I mean, I guess that's true. For some industries, I mean, London is very well known for finance, consultancy, and sort of all the major headquarters of large multinationals. The world that I sort of live in the startup world, which is quite a like, I guess a hype thing to say, but I work in a co-working space where a lot of different young entrepreneurs come together to work out ideas, work out projects, and I guess the lifestyle here is a much freer. Everybody has very casual dressing. Doesn't There are no like sort of obligations, no rules, so it's really relaxed and really open minded. So I guess that is really something that I wouldn't necessarily find in Belgium, and that's mainly why I love living here as comparison to living in Belgium. Yeah.
For an entrepreneur like you, in this case, what are the advantages to go to London in case of staying in Belgium and starting your startup in Belgium?
I would say mainly the people that you meet, the network you're building. In Belgium, you would have to go from one side to the country to the other to meet new people, I guess. Whereas everything is concentrated, everybody works in the same hubs, everybody goes to the same events. So that really helps you build out your ideas and find the right people to build to work with you, right? So I would say that is a main difference. Um, and I guess the second thing is that global mindset. Whereas in Belgium, I guess we look at, okay, if we think about starting a business, it's first in Belgium, and then we'll expand to maybe the Netherlands, Luxembourg, Germany, France. Whereas here in London, I mean, every other country in the world. Here we talk about, okay, how do we get to China? How do we get to Latin America? How are we launching in Africa? And the UK is then also a gateway to the US. So I guess that's the main difference between getting a business started in Belgium and the UK.
Oh, that's great. I have also a question about
Mm-hmm.
working experience. Belgians are known for avoiding uncertainty moments when they doing a job, when they putting their vision. Uh, how do you handle it? Are you still avoiding uncertainty, or you just go for it?
So I guess I have I have a little bit of that, and I definitely recognize that. I think it all comes down to we like to calculate risk and like to think through all the scenarios if some challenge faces us. Um, and and I guess in some ways that is really important. The best thing I try to do is try to communicate that we're going through that process. Um, I think it's always wise that in a team you have people with different personalities, people who are more calculative, maybe people who are more creative, and that I think brings a lot of nuance to a team and can bring the team much further. Um, so yeah, I think about recognizing, communicating with your team members. I think that is the most important thing around um, sort of that risk avoidance subject.
Oh, that's great. Uh, I have one question more about working.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of facilities do you use for working space, your environment? You're working
Mm-hmm.
at your apartment because you are working, you are living with a lot of people. I think you need a quiet space to work. How do you figure it out to find a solution for yourself?
I mean, in London, there's so many different ways, and I work from home sometimes, but mostly. So I just got this co-working space, and what a co-working space is just a big building, and they have desks everywhere, and you just sign up, and you pay a little bit of money, and you access the building. You have access to the building, and you can come with your computer, and you have your own desk, and everybody just works there together. It's really motivating to do that. There's free coffee, free tea. You can use all the other facilities, and it's really convenient. And it pushes you to also work rather than just staying at home. So that is sort of what I use. The co-working space that I am a member of is quite unique because they have buildings all throughout London. One of them is actually the Shard, which is one of the tallest buildings. It's quite amazing, and
It's really a lot of work.
yeah, somewhere in the middle they have also offices, and I can just go. So with my membership, I can just go to any building, which makes it really cool as well. So yeah, that's sort of how I try to do it. I try to get out of the house. For me the most important thing. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow your vision. To end it up,
Sure.
what do you advise to entrepreneurial young people
Hmm.
from Belgium, and if they have international ambitions, what kind of tips you want to give to them?
Um, yeah, I mean, the best advice is to travel, to be open-minded, to not have very many preconceived ideas about how other cultures live.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Travel a lot and explore the world. And if you find yourself to be very comfortable in a certain city or a certain country or a certain part of a country, then um, then move and just go. And I think making the decision and taking that little step, or taking that big step actually, just sometimes just need a little encouragement, and then you just move. And if you get yourself out there, you can go and explore and sort of work out your projects in other countries.
Okay, thank you for your time, Julian, and
No
I hope
worries.
we can stay in touch for more
Sure.
questions.
Uh-huh.
See you.